Some days I feel like the lockdown has turned me into a crazy person. Well, perhaps not completely crazy, but I know that I certainly don't feel like myself. Most days I feel bored and unproductive, like I'm only getting half of nothing done. I'm still thankful that Morgs can do most of his work online and that my kids have great teachers who are teaching them remotely. I'm thankful that I have food and health and shelter and safety. But in my heart, I feel bored, unsettled, and discontent. Day after day, I grumble and lose my patience with my children. This time of quarantine, this lockdown, has really held a mirror and a magnifying glass up to my sinful, selfish heart. I'm struggling because while I see Morgs able to do his work and the kids engage in school life, my life has skidded to a halt. I'm cleaning more, cooking more, helping with schoolwork more, and seeing my friends less. But we have a good God, one who never leaves us. Our God is always with us. He won't leave us on our own in our sin. God has been showing me lots of truths from his word that speak to my situation and to my heart. The first one is from Matthew 20, verses 26 to 28. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave. Even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. God convicted me that while I might not be doing the things that I want to do, that to serve others in humility is a great thing. Am I greater than the one I follow? Of course not. Therefore, if Jesus came to serve, it is my privilege to serve my family at this time. Secondly, I've been constantly reminded of by a song that keeps rolling around in my head, it's actually a kid's song, of Galatians 5:22. That the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And when God gives me this song in my head, it reminds me to thank him for his Spirit and to ask him to make the fruit of his Spirit more evident in my life. I pray for patience because I've run out of my own, and for kind words to flow from my mouth, and for gentleness when others are struggling and in need of love. Lastly, I've been loving reading Philippians with my community group. And this bit is from chapter 4, but it's not going to spoil the end for anyone. So from chapter 4, verses 4 and 5, Paul writes, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand." These verses simply encourage me to rejoice and to be reasonable, to be gentle, for Jesus is with us. So while this time is difficult and my sin has been exposed, God has encouraged me to serve like my Saviour, to let the Spirit work in me, and to rejoice because Jesus is with us even now.